Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. Yeah. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. The best in the West, no, the best in the world, no, the best in the galaxy. Your place to rise and your place to shine and your place to be. So get ready to experience the place where them call you. Welcome to Pelican Property. Whenever you hear them talk about style and class and excellence that away. Academics, sport and performing out. Welcome to Pelican Property. Been leaving our mark on the world from 19 no long till to the day. And now by your turn, so welcome to the family. So welcome to Pelican Property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to Pelican Property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Welcome to your world of endless possibilities. Be smart and don't you waste this opportunity. No matter your religion, no matter your...
The journey to finding your purpose starts with a choice, but choosing doesn't mean limiting yourself. At the University of the West Indies, you can create your own path, become a trailblazer, change the game, and stay one step ahead, ready for whatever comes next. With 5 campuses in the Caribbean and 10 global centers spread across the Americas, Europe, Africa, and Asia, UWI is one of the world's most globalized universities. Over 800 certificate, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate degree options are available to help take you wherever you want to go. Study at the university ranked number 1 in the Caribbean, among the best in the world, and recognized for its pursuit of UN sustainable goals like climate action and gender equality. UWI's mission to create knowledge and support innovation to transform the region and the wider world is what drives us, and we have a legacy of producing Caribbean leaders, making an impact in every corner of the globe. Will you be one of them? Whatever your journey holds, start it here at the University of the West Indies. Discover more at www.uwi.edu.
Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. Yeah. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. The best in the West, no, the best in the world, no, the best in the galaxy. Your place to rise and your place to shine and your place to be. So get ready to experience the place where them call you. Welcome to Pelican Property. Whenever you hear them talk about style and class and excellence, that away. Academics, sport and performing out. Welcome to Pelican Property. Been leaving our mark on the world from 19 oh long till to the day. And now by your turn, so welcome to the family. So welcome to Pelican Property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to Pelican Property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Welcome to your world of endless possibilities. Be smart and don't you waste this opportunity. No, no matter your religion, no matter your...
The journey to finding your purpose starts with a choice, but choosing doesn't mean limiting yourself. At the University of the West Indies, you can create your own path, become a trailblazer, change the game, and stay one step ahead, ready for whatever comes next. With 5 campuses in the Caribbean and 10 global centers spread across the Americas, Europe, Africa, and Asia, UWI is one of the world's most globalized universities. Over 800 certificate, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate degree options are available to help take you wherever you want to go. Study at the university ranked number 1 in the Caribbean, among the best in the world, and recognized for its pursuit of UN sustainable goals like climate action and gender equality. UWI's mission to create knowledge and support innovation to transform the region and the wider world is what drives us, and we have a legacy of producing Caribbean leaders, making an impact in every corner of the globe. Will you be one of them? Whatever your journey holds, start it here at the University of the West Indies. Discover more at www.uwi.edu.
Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. Yeah. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. The best in the West, no, the best in the world, no, the best in the galaxy. Oh, your place to rise and your place to shine and your place to be. So get ready to experience the place where them call you. Welcome to Pelican Property. Whenever you hear them talk about style and class and excellence, that away. Academics, sport and performing arts. Welcome to Pelican Property. Been leaving our mark on the world from 19 oh long till to the day. And now by your turn, so welcome to the family. Welcome to Pelican Property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Welcome to Pelican Property. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican, so we are proud Pelican. Proud Pelican. Welcome to your world of endless possibilities. Be smart and don't you waste this opportunity. No, no matter your religion, no matter your...
The journey to finding your purpose starts with a choice, but choosing doesn't mean limiting yourself. At the University of the West Indies, you can create your own path, become a trailblazer, change the game, and stay one step ahead, ready for whatever comes next. With 5 campuses in the Caribbean and 10 global centers spread across the Americas, Europe, Africa, and Asia, UWI is one of the world's most globalized universities. Over 800 certificate, diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate degree options are available to help take you wherever you want to go. Study at the university ranked #1 in the Caribbean, among the best in the world, and recognized for its pursuit of UN sustainable goals like climate action and gender equality. UWI's mission to create knowledge and support innovation to transform the region and the wider world is what drives us, and we have a legacy of producing Caribbean leaders, making an impact in every corner of the globe. Will you be one of them? Whatever your journey holds, start it here at the University of the West Indies. Discover more at www.uwi.edu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the University of the West Indies. Welcome to Pelican Country. I'm Marcia Roy, and I'm the Director for Graduate Studies and Research, and I'm going to be your host this evening. So what we have done is that in an effort to help teachers to enhance their career, we have assembled a group from the Office of Graduate Studies and Research and the faculties here at UWI to advise teachers on opportunities for graduate studies in their desired careers here at UWI Mona. So UWI Mona is the place to shine and support and mold minds for future generation. This educational advancement session is intended to show our nation's teachers how to tailor their educational path to support their career goals. The UWI's flexible postgraduate programs are designed to fit their lifestyle in terms of convenient seminar times, supported by caring and responsible faculty and supervisors and academic advisors. By enrolling in one of our UWI many postgraduate programs, and we have more than 300 programs, educators will have the opportunity to take their careers to the next level by becoming experts in their subject areas or leaders within their educational institution. Now, when I was a little girl, my grandmother Mimi said she knew that I was going to become a teacher. This is because I used to teach the bush. So I would walk along our driveway and I would have class with the bush. So Mimi always told me that she knew I was going to become a teacher. And my favorite time is being in the classroom. I'm a professor of molecular virology. And now is an exciting time to be a molecular virology with the COVID. So what we have this evening is that we have a group of experts who are going to be assisting you with whatever concerns you have. We have Office of Graduate Studies and Research reps. We have program coordinators and faculty members online with any questions that you have. Post your questions in the chat and we will be able to advise you. So we're going to start off this program with short presentations from the faculties. They're going to tell you about the programs that they have that might interest teachers. You know, we do a lot of recruiting in the schools and the teachers have been asking about our graduate programs. So we're going to start off with programs from the Faculty of Humanities and Education. Then Sandra Latiboudier is going to come in and she's going to tell us about programs in psychology, sociology, psychology, and social work. Dr. Busby Earl from the Faculty of Science and Technology will be telling you about programs from the Faculty of Science and Technology. And our Assistant Registrar in the Office of Graduate Studies and Research, Miss Georgia Bennett, is going to come in at the end and she's going to be advising about general information about application, entrance requirements, the application process, and about scholarships. And then Marcia Rainford will come in at the end and do some closing remarks. And Dr. Marcia Rainford is the director for the School of Education. So Carmel, we are going to start with you. Dr. Carmel Ruth Bowen is the Deputy Dean for Graduate Studies and Research in the Faculty of Humanities, and she's going to spend 5 minutes giving you an overview of the programs that might interest teachers that's in the Faculty of Humanities and Education. So, Carmel, over to you.
Thank you, Prof. Roy. Good evening, good afternoon to everyone. I'm seeing that we have some persons even joining us from Hanover, so it's good to have you. Can we go to slideshow? So as said by Professor Roy, I'm the Deputy Dean for Graduate Studies and Research in the Faculty of Humanities and Education. And so what you're looking at a space at the front of our faculty office, and that's on campus. So that's a beautiful space. Our tagline is your place to shine, which really says, if you think of a program, if you think of an area of study that you want to pursue, we can meet that need. So this afternoon, we have a group of persons online who will be able to respond to your specific question, whatever they may be, from the Faculty of Education and from the Faculty of Humanities and Education. So once you have a question, feel free to just pop it in the chat and my colleagues will respond specifically. Or next slide. So in the faculty, we do offer a range of programs, next one, that are both online and face-to-face. We also offer blended programs. And I know since the pandemic, many of you have been interested in pursuing studies online. Next slide, please. So as you think about coming to the Faculty of Humanities and Education, we have a number of graduates and individuals who are out there in the school from whom you can hear about our story. This is a recording of one of our students. We're not going to play it this afternoon because of time, but I think he will be appearing on Profile on Sunday, so you should be able to hear some good things from him. Let's go to the next slide. So I'll take you through quickly a sample of the programs we have. We have Master of Arts, and some are Archives and Records Management, Library and Information Studies, Library and Information Studies. Also, they are offered in different ways. So while I'm not able to get into the intricacies, Dr. Moore will post the link in the chat that can take you to the details of each program. We have programs in Cultural Studies, Heritage Studies, History, Philosophy, Theology. Next slide, please. Communication for Social and Behavior Change, English Language, Literatures in English, Linguistics, Integrated Marketing and Communication, Translation for those who are interested in modern languages. We have Higher Education Management, Leadership in Technical and Vocational Education and Training, and also Workforce Development, Teacher Education and Teacher Development. For those persons who are not yet trained teachers, you may go to the next slide. We also have programs that prepare you to be trained. So if you have a first degree and you're interested in being certified as a teacher, we also have a program for you. We have Masters of Education program in Curriculum and Instruction. Some of you may have known that as Curriculum Development. Early childhood education offered in a variety of ways, language education, literacy studies. We also have a very new program, Education for Sustainable Development, Global Citizenship and Peace. We have Educational Administration, Educational Management and Leadership in Higher Education, Mathematics Education, Science Education. We also offer educational policy and planning. So for those persons who are thinking about policy development, that's a good one for you. We also have programs in education measurement. We have programs in, and what you're seeing on the slide here would be a repeat of some of the programs mentioned, but the slide is just showing you which ones are also offered online. We also have a program in inclusive and special education. Next slide, please. And you may know that that is one of the areas of concern that we have in our system. So if you are interested in pursuing an area of study and you're not even sure what the name of the program is, I would encourage you to put the question, put the comment in the chat, and we will be able to guide you through that. You would have seen on the first slide an email, fhg.postgrad@uwimona.edu.jm, but you can also contact me at carmel.ruthbowen@uwimona.edu.jm for further queries. Don't be shy, just feel free to post your comment or question in the chat and we can respond to you specifically. Thank you, welcome to the University of the West Indies, and in particular to the Faculty of Humanities and Education. I'm so
Dr.
sorry,
Ross.
please bring up back the next slide. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
Please, Dr. Ross,
Yes, this last slide as I'm closing is the Doctor of Education, Educational Planning and Social Development. So while we have that as Doctor in Education, and most persons are familiar with the Doctor of Philosophy, these are two newer programs, Doctor of Ministry, offered through UTCWI, which is the United Theological College of the West Indies. And we have the Doctor of Education, Educational Planning and Social Development for those persons who are more interested in pursuing somewhat of a taught or what we call a professional doctorate. Thank you. And that's on the slide is a testimonial from one of our students.
Okay, thank you very much, Carmel. You see, there must be something there for you if you're interested in doing one of these programs. So we're going to have Sandra Latiboudier, and she is the program coordinator in the social work unit in the Department of Sociology, Psychology, and Social Work. And the teachers have been asking about programs in that department. Sandra is from the Faculty of Social Sciences.
Prof, thank you for that introduction. So good evening, everyone. I bring you warm welcome from the Faculty of Social Sciences in the department, our department, specifically Department of Sociology, Psychology, and Social Work. The long name department, as most people call us, is really the social and behavioral sciences that we focus on. So I want to share with you quickly a few of the programs, a few of the graduate programs that we offer in this department. Next slide, please. So we have the Master of Social Work, we have the Master of Applied Psychology, Master of Clinical Psychology, Master of Demography, and Master of Sociology. Next slide, please. So in the Master of Social Work, the program is designed to equip persons for professional practice in the Caribbean. And I want to add here that our program, because it's aligned with the standards developed by the International Associations of Schools of Social Work, many of our graduates actually matriculate and are able to work in the UK, in Canada, and the US. So even though you're trained for the Caribbean, you can actually work in other areas. And we have quite a number of students, well, graduates who are working in other countries. The entry requirement for the Masters in Social Work is a GPA in excess of 2.85. The persons must demonstrate a record of paid or voluntary experience in the social sector. And for candidates with no professional experience with a strong academic record, in a related discipline, we will consider those persons. Those persons may have to do an additional subjects, some additional courses, as well as extra practicum. The duration for a program, 2 years full-time, 3 years part-time. The program is structured. The first year is your foundation year, and your second year is your concentration year. So the concentration years are direct practice, which is your clinical, casework, and your social administration and policy. That one is your macro social work. So graduates who can work in the community organizing and can head social services agencies. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Then we have the Master of Applied Psychology, and that program is designed on the scientist practitioner model. So it's based on a scientist practitioner model where they prepare students for teaching, research, policy analysis, intervention, and consulting in various settings. The program provides a core of knowledge and skills derived from social psychology, which is also applicable to specialized areas when integrated with the theory methods, research, and practice. And that is why the model that they use is a scientist practitioner model. Next slide, please, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. So, the basic requirement, entry requirement, a BSc in psychology with at least an upper second class honors. This demonstrates sufficient aptitude in research, which is why you have the science practitioner base. So you must have a strong aptitude in research, statistics, and have clinical experience. The program is offered 2 years and it's only offered full-time. There are some additional requirements for persons who are pursuing the MSc in psychology, in clinical psychology. Students are required to participate in a year-long group experience and complete 6 sessions of individual counseling and group therapy. Because if you're going to work with clients, you must not be able to transfer, so all of the things that you may have that you are grappling with, you have to do individual therapy and attend bi-weekly research seminars. Next slide, please. Then you have the Master of Demography. And demography, this program is designed to expose the participants the current body of demographic knowledge and population issues deemed critical to development in the region. And the program provides a foundation in the techniques of demographic analysis and research methods, as well as provide avenues for the applications of skills in the analysis of demographics change. So you will know from the onset that this is where persons at PIOG, like your Planning Institute of Jamaica, that's where most of our graduates in the Master of Demography, that's where they work, and starting. Next slide, please. So the entry requirement for the Master of Demography, minimum lower second class in demography, sociology, or related field. There are special prerequisites for persons who are not from UWI, who are not from the Faculty of Social Sciences, and who are in specific programs. So they may have to do some additional prerequisites, some additional courses. The duration for this program is 2.5 years, only offered part-time. And as I said, some of the settings that you can work in: economic and social planning, reproductive health, public sector, and research institutions like your PIOG and your statin. The Master of Science in Sociology is designed to produce graduates with the ability to critically analyze the structure of Caribbean societies. And it aims to allow graduates to engage effectively with the problems of society in a manner that gives due weight both to the social, cultural, and institutional analysis, as well as problem solving. Next slide, please. And the entry requirement for the sociology, for the MSc in sociology, minimum lower second class in sociology or related field, special prerequisites for, again, non-UA, non-FSS, non-Faculty of Social Sciences, and program-specific degrees, sorry. The duration, 2 years full-time, 3 years part-time. Areas of specialization, you can do a sociology of development, social policy and administration, social policy and development, and social anthropology. Next slide, please. And then we have the Master in Sociology. Next slide. I think that's my end. That's the end. I wanted to share with you the contact information. Sociology was the last one. Next slide, last slide. I'm not quite sure why it keeps going back to sociology. All right, so the last slide is the how to get in contact with us. So for the sociology unit, these are the contact information, and you can reach demography and anthropology at this number, as well as this email address. For psychology, those are the numbers and these are the persons, Sharon Robinson and Joan Williams for the psychology unit. And for social work, we have a mobile number for our graduate persons who are interested to hear more about our program. So you can contact us by mobile, 301-7137, and Tamika Claudius is a contact person for the social work unit. So thank you, and we look forward to welcoming you.
Thank you very much, Sandra. I see everybody's asking about applications. Applications are still open and applications will remain open. UWI is very flexible, and even when applications are closed and you're interested in a graduate program, just email us at postgrad@uwimona.edu.jm, and somebody will put that in the chat, and we will open the application portal just for you, because that's how important our teachers are, okay? And you know, Sandra was saying the GPA of 2.5, and if you're a little bit below that, you know, we can still accommodate you. What we do for those students who, teachers who don't have the appropriate GPA, we allow you to test drive 1 or 2 courses. So we call it a special admission. So you can be a specially admitted student, and we recommend 1 or 2 courses. If you pass those courses, then you will be admitted into the program, and those courses will contribute towards your degree. So we are very agile and we are very flexible. Once you're interested, let us know, and we will figure out a way about how to get you there. All right, thank you, Sandra. So now we have Dr. Curtis Busby Earl from the Faculty of Science and Technology to tell us a little bit about those programs that are offered in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Dr. Busby Earl.
Thank you very much, Marcia. And Good afternoon again, everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's session. I'll just take a few minutes of your time to tell you about the programs that we have in the Faculty of Science and Technology. In the chat, I have shared with you the URL for the Science and Technologies website, where you can find a lot more information on our various programs and information about registration and any other bit of information you might be interested in with regard to the Faculty of Science and Technology. In front of you here, I have a list of the programs that we have on offer in our faculty. In the green font, you will find the contact information for the person who is more or less directly responsible for that particular program. Those programs that are in gold are the research-based programs, and those that are in blue font are the taught programs. Now, generally speaking, with the taught programs, you can complete a program anywhere from 8 to 9 months, or 2 semesters in the example of the certificate programs, or you can complete them within a year, for example, with the postgraduate diplomas, and then anywhere from 18 months to 2 years for the MSc programs. So in biotechnology, for example, we have an offer an MPhil and a PhD in biotechnology, and that contact is Sylvia Mitchell. And she's also the contact for the taught program of the MSc in biotechnology. In our Department of Chemistry, we have the research programs in an MPhil and PhD in chemistry, and you can contact Paul Mirage at that email address. And the MPhil and PhD in occupational and environmental safety and health, also Paul can be contacted, or Dr. Norbert Campbell. The MSc in occupational environmental safety is Dr. Norbert Campbell, and the MSc, the diploma, the postgraduate diploma it is, and the postgraduate certificate in food and agro-processing technology, you can ask Dr. Andrea Golson Barnaby for any information. And that postgraduate certificate in particular, we have 2 of them, 2 programs. One, as you see, in food and agro-processing technology, the other in applied data science. And those 2 are examples of where you can complete that program within about 9 months or 2 semesters. And the idea behind them is, if you're in that field and you're interested in seeing maybe what would be involved in furthering your studies in that particular area, you can come in. There are a few courses that are involved in the certification programs, and see if that's what you want to do. If that is, and by the time you're finished with the certification, you can then progress to the diploma, and from the diploma to the master's. And so there are different paths that you can take towards achieving your academic goals. Similarly, in the Department of Computing, we have a postgraduate certificate in applied data science, and we have a diploma in applied data science, and you can contact Dr. Ricardo Anderson, and also an MSc. We also have a postgraduate diploma in information technology. And that program as well is a bit special in that we have found over the years there are a number of people who are in other fields. It could be in a social science, it could be in some other natural science, but not in any field of computing and not in IT. But they are interested in either getting to know a bit more in that field or to transition into another associated field in computing. And this is the avenue that the Department of Computing offers. The prerequisite to gain entry into that program is that you don't have any prior academic exposure to any field in computing. And so if you are in economics, if you are in social work, if you are in chemistry, and you are interested in learning about IT or getting yourself a degree in information technology, the postgraduate diploma is your entry point. And that entry point means that if you successfully complete that program, then you can go on to a master's degree in the Department of Computing. In our other departments, if you can please progress to the next slide for me. We have geography and geology, and here we have these two research degrees, the MPhil and PhD in geography and the MPhil and PhD in geology. And you can contact Dr. Peter Mandel for further information on either of those two programs. In the life sciences, we have the MPhil and PhD in botany, zoology, environmental biology, environmental management and marine sciences. And Denise Hall can be contacted for any of those particular programs. And we also have the MSc in natural resource management, and Vivian Bassel can be contacted for further information. And we have the MSc in agricultural entrepreneurship, and Professor Nuruddin bin Keblia can be contacted for further information with regard to that program. In FST, we really do enjoy having conversations about almost any topic. And we like to have conversations because we like to share information and we like to learn about things. And there are so many occasions when we learn and get new ideas from students. And so it's something that we encourage. You will find in any conversation with almost any member of our staff that you will have someone who is internationally recognized, who is considered to be an expert in that particular field. And you would also probably have very interesting conversations and be provided with some really stellar advice. In the Department of Mathematics, we have the MPhil and PhD in mathematics, and Dr. Mahesha Narayana can be contacted, also for the MSc in mathematics. And Ms. Britta Hay can be contacted for the Enterprise Risk Management, which is a program that we offer jointly with the Mona School of Business and Management. And finally, in the Department of Physics, we have the MPhil in Physics and the PhD, the MPhil and PhD in Applied Physics, the MPhil and PhD in Electronics, and Dr. Leonardo Clark can be contacted. We also have the MSc in Clinical Medical Physics, Renewable Energy Management, Renewable Energy Technology, Digital Technology, Advanced Electronic Systems, and the Diploma in Medical Physics. And we can contact Dr. Venkateshwara Penigonda for any further information. I had failed to mention that in computing, we of course also offer MPhils and PhDs in computer science and an MSc in applied data science. So there are lots of options. For most anyone in the sciences, we would love to have you come and have some chats with us. The information, as I said earlier, on the faculty is available from our website, and in the chat they've also posted any information on applying to various programs. So we look forward to seeing you in the next few months. Thank you very much, Marcia, and thank you all again. I hope you have a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much, Curtis. I see in the chat they are asking about the email for Denise Hall, and somebody's asking about the contact information for environmental management program. So
sure, I'll post those in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So there's something for you here at UWI. I am a science person myself. So I just want to mention a few things. Remember, asking my team from OGSR just to post in the chat postgrad emails. So if you have any questions about any program, because there's a lot of information coming at you now, you take this one email address, postgrad@uwimona.edu.jm. You send it to us, and we can send it to the faculty members and the team that can help guide you to whatever you need. Remember, applications are always open. If you go and you're having problems, just email us and we will help you with that. You can also, let's say that you are interested in genetic engineering or alternate energy, or something in assessment, and you just want to do a specific course. You're not interested in a long degree. You can apply as a specially admitted student just to do 1 or 2 courses that you think will help you in your career, and we can also accommodate that. And the application process is really easy, and we are very happy to accommodate you. So for our last speaker, before we get into the question and answer session, we're going to have Miss Georgia Bennett, who is the Assistant Registrar in the Office of Graduate Studies and Research. And we call her GB, and GB and I, we stay up late at nights trying to figure out how we are going to solve students' problems, because it's important. All of us sitting here, we had a teacher that had impact our lives. And the reason why we are successful in our career is because we had a teacher in our lives that helped us to do that. So the Assistant Registrar is going to give you some general information, entry requirement, application process, and some information about scholarship. GB.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us online. As Marcia indicated, I'll be speaking with you, giving you information about our admission process, as well as available scholarships. So I'll start my presentation by giving you our entry requirements to our programs. So the minimum entry requirements to our taught programs is a GPA of 2.5 or lower second class honors degree or its equivalent. For our research programs, For our research programs, the minimum requirement for admission is a GPA of 3.0 or an upper second class honors degree or its equivalent. And it's important to note that for our PhD programs, you have to have at least a master's degree. A master's degree with a research component of at least 25% of the total credit rating. And the applicant must have achieved at least a B+ average or its equivalent. For admissions, still on minimum requirements, it is important also to note that if someone has a GPA below the stipulated GPA I just highlighted, they can apply as a specially admitted student, where they will be considered to pursue courses taken from their program of interest. And if successful at these courses, can be recommended by the respective department to be given a firm offer into the program. Next slide, please. Now, how do you apply to one of our programs? Our application process is an online one. You're encouraged to visit the website shown on the screen and click on the Apply Now button. Then click on the link marked Online Application Form and follow the instructions. Applicants who submit an online application form for one of our programs are required to submit supporting documents to complete their application. If the supporting documents are not received, the system will mark your application as incomplete and your application will not be processed. So the documents that you're required to submit are 2 academic references, your resume, marriage certificate, and the marriage certificate is for the ladies. Non-UWI graduates are required to submit birth certificate and transcript. There are some programs that have additional documentation, such as research proposal and statement of intent. Therefore, applicants are encouraged to visit the link shown on the screen, where you will see the complete listing of all the supporting documents required. Supporting documents must be sent to our office, preferably by email, and our email address is also shown on the screen. And your referees and degree granting institutions must submit directly to our office your references and transcripts. If these documents are given to you in your hand for submission to our office, they must be given to you in a sealed envelope, and you should submit it to our office in the same fashion. Moving on now to our scholarships. Our scholarships are mainly for research students. The application normally opens April 1 of each year and closes April 30. The opening of scholarship application is normally advertised on the Graduate Studies website. We do have scholarships for taught programs, but they are from external donors, such as the Ministry of Education and Youth. They have the Jamaica Emancipation Postgraduate Scholarship. We have the SAL Scholarship, we have Carreras, we have JMMB. That is just to name a few of the scholarships that we have. And these donors normally advertise the opening of the scholarships on their organization website. These scholarships are normally open anywhere between May and June of each year. Next slide, please. And this is my final slide, just to highlight the fact that our office is on social media. Feel free to communicate with us with using the medium highlighted on the screen. Our office hours are between 8:30 and 4:30. However, we have a drop box for mail located outside of our office. So in the event you cannot meet our opening hours, you can leave your mail there. The box is cleared every morning. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us online, and I look forward to receiving your applications. Thank you.
Thank you very much, GB. That was some very useful information, and just letting you know that this recording, a link to this recording will be there on our Graduate Studies website, or if you're interested, you can email us at postgrad@uwimona.edu.jm and we can send you the link, because I know you have a lot of information coming to you this evening. So we are into our question and answer session. I see that there's a lot of information passing between the faculty members and the teachers. So if there's anybody who wants to ask a question, just raise your hand, you will be acknowledged, and then we can have a conversation and we will identify someone who can help you. I see Denise is the first out of the block. So Denise, go ahead. Denise, I see you have your hand up. Open your mic.
I'm sorry. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, Denise. Hi.
I am a primary school teacher, but I wanted another career and ended up with a master's in environmental science. Now, I've always wanted to have the PhD in some studies in the environment, and I'd come up there requesting, and asking what I could do, because I could only study in the evening. I wasn't given much information, but since I saw this meeting now, it has given me some steam to start out the boat again, and I really expect to become a student again at the university.
Wonderful. Doing a PhD, did you say, Denise?
Yes, I know. I did a master's in environmental science. I want to do a PhD now in something in the environment still.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you just have to email us, and then we will put you on to some individuals who are doing research in that area to see if there's anything you are interested in doing. Or Denise, if you have an idea about a piece of research that you're interested in, then you can bring your ideas to us, and then we will try to find somebody in the university who's interested in that area and interested in helping you pursuing that research.
Yes, thank you very much, Miss. But I would like to know about how much money I'll be asked to pay. Although I intend to I intend to find the school fee, but about how much would it be costing me?
You mean for the PhD program?
Yes, miss.
So you are interested in doing a PhD program?
If I get to. Yes,
Yeah,
miss.
Geraldine or Shan, can you remind me? It's a little less than 300,000, right?
Per year?
Yeah, per year. And Denise, if you're going to do it full time, the university can offer you a departmental award and you get paid $600,000 per year and you get a tuition waiver. Because remember, it is research that is 60% of the university ranking. It is research why we're #1 in the Caribbean, why we're the only university in the Caribbean on the list of 2,500 universities that are on that list. So Denise, if you come and you're interested, we will pay you and give you a tuition waiver to help you do that
I
research.
know, I'm fretting on my pension, and I don't know if the government is going to give me leave. I'll ask.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if I could do it part-time instead.
Yeah, you can do it part-time too.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, and I
I
see.
Okay,
Cheryl. I see Cheryl has her hand
Thank
up.
you.
You are welcome. Cheryl?
I'm here. Good evening.
Hi.
For the postgrad diploma for, let's say, science education, I think based on the presentation, there is some mixed modality, but I wanted to find out if face-to-face lessons are only offered at UWI, the Mona campus, because I'm presently based in Montego Bay for work.
Carmel, maybe you can answer that one for us? Or you can identify somebody from your team.
So I think I'll ask Dr. Moore to respond to that question, or Dr. Bramwell Leila more specifically. But we have a flexible modality, but I'll ask the coordinator to respond more specifically to it.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. There are two, Cheryl, thank you for that question. There are two programs related to the postgraduate diploma in education. One of them is online and the other is face-to-face. So you can choose, since you're in Montego Bay, you probably could apply for the online program, which usually starts in January. I think a link has been posted in the chat for Miss Christine Moxham. So you can use that information there and get in touch with her, and she can explain some more to you how you can get onto that program.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. I don't see any other hands. Do we have any questions? I know the conversation was going on in the background while we were making our presentations. Oh yes, Marika, I see your hand. Go ahead, ask your question.
Good afternoon, everyone. What happened is that for 4 years ago, I had gotten through to UWI to do my undergrad studies, scholarship from the Ministry of Education. However, they didn't have enough persons for the teacher in service program I'm talking. They didn't have enough persons to start my area. I wanted to do it in biology. And I had to defer for 1 year. I reapplied for the scholarship. I got through again, so 2 scholarships. And you was asking if I could come up there for classes or face-to-face. I was unable to leave from Westmoreland to Kingston for 4 days a week for classes. So I'd like to know what's the progress with it, if it's still available for me. I did my application for this year for upcoming term September, and I haven't gotten a response as yet, but I am awaiting the response to say, oh, it's online, I applied for it though, online. So I'm waiting the response to see if it can be done and if the scholarship will still stand. That's it.
Thank you very much. So you said that was an undergraduate program?
Yes, for the first degree.
What was the program again? Can you remind me?
Teacher in service program. I want you to do biology.
Okay. So we specialize in graduate programs. I don't know, Carmel, if you have anybody who can answer that, but I don't have that information. So I would have to, if you register, then we have your information. So I would have to get that information to you. I don't know if there's anybody online from any other faculties that can help with that.
Yes, Prof. The program, I'm familiar with it. Marika, unfortunately, we still will not be able to offer the in-service to science teachers. What we'd encourage you to do, if you're eligible for leave from your institution, then you could pursue that option, and then you could be able to come and do it over a 2-year period full time. So that's what we'd recommend at this time.
The scholarship doesn't allow for us to get a leave because
Yes,
that MOP
I'm aware.
scholarship.
Yes, I'm aware of that. All right,
Yes.
so we're aware of that challenge with the science program.
Yes.
Right.
What I had done was to reapply for this year for upcoming September in math online. I don't know if it will still work out as the in-service.
Yes, well, the math program option, yes, you can pursue that one that has been offered traditionally. So yes, all the best with that one. I think you would have a good chance there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon. So I don't see any other hands. So I'm going to invite Dr. Marcia Rainford, who
Sorry,
is...
good evening.
Good evening, Mackenzie.
Yes, I'd like some information
Go
regarding
ahead.
right. So I applied for the Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction via the online registration. I'd like to know what's the next step after that. Am I supposed to bring in all the documents now or wait for confirmation? Just what do I need to do after submitting the online application and the necessary documents?
GB, maybe you can help us. So Mackenzie, you have submitted your application and all the appropriate documentation.
Right, online, right.
We only have Mackenzie in the chat. Can you tell us what your name is? Because I can have somebody check out that for you.
Rakeem Mackenzie.
Can you spell it?
RACKEEM.
Yeah.
Mackenzie.
Okay. So Jerry Arshan, can you check on that for Mackenzie, please? Mackenzie, we're going to get back to you. We're checking on your application online. So our last question is going to come from Wendy, and then I'm going to ask Dr. Rainford to come in and do our closing. Wendy, go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I got caught up at work, so I'm just able to join. So I'm not sure if this question was addressed already, but I had applied for the math program, which I was accepted for. But when I was filling out the application online, I did not see the virtual option that would start in January. Is it that option will not be offered this time around? Is it just the full-time face-to-face one in September that will be offered?
Carmel, I don't know if somebody from...
I think you may need to come back in here to speak to that, because that's at the undergraduate level.
No, it's the postgrad level.
It's the MAT program.
Right, it's the postgrad level, the math program. Diploma in postgraduate diploma in education.
Okay, so it's still you, Sharon. Sorry, yes.
Yes, I think we're currently looking at applications for the face-to-face program starting in the summer. I think you might have missed the January cohort for this year, but you should be able to apply
not
for
this year. No, not
yes,
for
you
this
should
year.
you should
For
be able
next
to Okay, so
The one for next year, the acceptance letter that I got, it stated
yes.
that I would start in this September. So that seemed like it was face-to-face
Yes,
and
it is.
full-time.
Yes, it
But
is.
that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the one in January that's done online. So it would be January 2023. That one
All
is
right.
not being.
So you need to contact back the Graduate Studies Office to indicate that, and then they'll direct you further on how your application can be transferred to the online option.
They said I should get in touch with the department directly, but I have not been successful in doing so. So probably I would have to come in face to face or something. But
All
I
right,
live all the way.
there is a I'll repost the information for Ms. Maxam, and you can contact her.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
How do I take my hand down?
Master, your mic. Master, you need to unmute your mic.
I am sorry, I apologize. So we're going to have, thank you, Delroy. We're going to have Dr. Chantal Moore. She's going to be making our closing statements. And if there are any questions, you can still post them or send your questions to postgrad@uwimona.edu.jm, and we will reach out to you and answer your questions. Remember, this recording is going to be online in a few days. If there's anything that you want to go back and check or send to your friends so they can listen. Chantal?
Okay, thank you, Prof. Roy. Okay, good afternoon. I am just offering the closing on behalf of Dr. Marcia Rainford. And I wanted to start out with just a little PowerPoint to give you a sense of how the School of Education is looking forward to having you joining us for the new academic year. So just getting the slide going right now. All right, so definitely within the School of Education, we believe that when you pursue postgraduate studies, you're actually embarking on your dream. And we believe that, you know, as teachers, whether you stay within the School of Education or you go beyond the School of Education to the faculty or wherever, you are going to shine. That is UWI's mandate. It's your place to shine. It's your place to pursue graduate work. And we are looking forward to seeing you. So Dr. Rainford, unfortunately, couldn't make it this afternoon to talk. She's en route. And so she wanted me to, you know, just to tell you a little bit about pursuing graduate work as teachers. Definitely, you know that when you embark on a profession in education, you want to stay with an institution that has currency, that has history, that has credibility, and also a brand. And so you know that UWI, it's a name on everyone's lips, not just locally, regionally, internationally. Everyone knows UWI. And there's a reason for that, because UWI gives you a wonderful package, an exciting, relevant program that is applicable to your context. And you can take that certification with you anywhere in the world without question. And so we would want you to consider your studies at the University of the West Indies. As teachers, many of you might be coming to the School of Education, and that's great. We have put there our contact information. Currently, I am the graduate coordinator for the School of Education, and these are just some of the colleagues within the school. The colleagues, they are very accessible, very student oriented, and they look forward to you contacting them, reaching out to them. So at any point at all, any questions you have about graduate studies, reach out to us. If we're not the persons, if you want to do your degree beyond the faculty, then certainly we will put you in touch with those individuals. So just want to say that on behalf of the School of Education, we are a flexible faculty and department and school, we are looking forward to you coming on board, and rest assured that you are in good hands when you choose to do your studies with the University of the West Indies in any of their graduate programs. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chantal. So ladies and gentlemen, that was our session this afternoon. Remember, if you have any questions, we are available. If you're having any problems with your applications, let us know. We are happy to serve you. UWI is very agile and responsive. So I don't know, was any of the graduate rep able to check on that application for Rakeem McKenzie? Rakeem, did you get a response?
No, I did not. I haven't heard anything yet.
Team, has anybody?
I'm wondering, Marcia, if we could ask Rakeem if he submitted the transcript.
Yes, a copy of it was uploaded on the platform.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a certified copy is needed, and that could be one of the things that he was mentioning.
Okay,
Yes, it's submitted. A copy of it is there. I uploaded it.
Georgia, you wanted to say something?
When how his name is spelled? R-A?
Yes, C-K.
C-K-E-E-N. And
Yeah.
Mackenzie. I'm not seeing that application.
When you submitted your application, Mr. Mackenzie?
I think it was yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to take some time for us to see.
Okay. Rakeem will check on that for you and we'll reach out to you.
All right.
Over the application now, so that it will be there for the persons to start the decision-making process.
Right, yes.
Push it over, Geraldine, yeah.
So Geraldine has found it and she's going to send it to the faculty to make a decision and get back to us, and we'll contact you. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, she found it?
Yeah, she found the
Okay, all right.
application, so she's going to forward it to the faculty. So we appreciate your support. You know, UWI is your place to shine. It is the #1 university in the Caribbean. So if you're thinking of taking your career to the highest level, then this is the place to come. Remember, if you don't have a first degree, we can still accommodate you as a specially admitted student. If you just want to do a course, whatever the material is, to enhance your career, we can also accommodate you. So just reach out to us at postgrad@uwimona.edu.jm. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your presence. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good evening.
Thank you, and same to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Bye, everybody.
Take
care.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.